screenshot of that. Anyway, looks like, is that my, is my vision correct? Because it looks like I have good skin right now. It's because I did my serum, which I don't normally do, and I just fresh to shower. Well, like maybe a couple hours ago. But anyway, I'm feeling good. So, look, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing clothes. Anyway, angels of love and light, and in my divine panel, I welcome you in to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. Um, hello, my cream crew. I'm most ethical. I love you. Good to see you here. Um, Authorizing Officer Tuesday. I just received a package yesterday afternoon to review, and I just reviewed it right now. I just, like, sometimes dissipate any, like, energies that are building up unnecessarily. Um, you gotta work through that, you know? It's, what they're telling me, it's kind of like something about Mary, where the dude takes care of himself before the date. So it's just kind of like managing your expectations, like as a fallback, but definitely managing your any possible anxieties. And I think that's a very real thing for anyone to experience, and we go through many rotations and variations of that in life. So for this particular one, I've had a lot of experience in just my fill in the past couple of years, having to truly represent myself um, to in a variety of forums and to different roles, um, different parties. And so when I first started, obviously, because it's a different type of love language, um, no one would not even call it that, but um, anytime that there's value expressed in communication, you have to consider that as a certain dialect of love language. So I will give it credit there. Now, I know I'm not being too specific, but that's all the more reason. And I guess if you're versed in the newness of the clues that I've already dropped, then um, then you're there and you totally understand it. If not, no worries. You'll put 2 and 2 together, or 12 and 12, or whatever, and you'll get it then. But for now, it's Authorizing Officer Tuesday. I've grown um, to a new comfort level in being able to represent myself. And the prefix to that is just like any other spiritualist in getting ready for the determinants of the day. And we're just lucky that we're dished cards, right? And that we're lucky to have the option to play. And so that's where I'm at. I'm going to enjoy this run. I was told that several times that I was built to. My destiny was built for that. And my physicality, just my overall composition was built to last me to Centennial age, and that I am looking forward to. So here I am with my yoga mat here, and so far I've done a couple of stretches and some meditative work and like looking at an array of paperwork, and it's okay. You know, there's starting points to everything, and sometimes it's just orientation to get familiarized and comfort, feel a comfort level with an arena that was well known before. And I remember I used to love hot yoga, like Bikram yoga, when it was like a fad. And I just, but then I something that I did enjoy. Excuse me. But let's get back to here. So Archangel Michael, help keep me focused. Looking at this, authorizing Officer Tuesday, I just want to get a vibe. Are there any caution labels that I should be aware of? Because on the first, well, on the last 2 attempts, I noticed that there were some things that needed my input, and all the while I was also provided the fact that, like, when you represent yourself, you have the end game in mind, but there's also like a lot of wiggle room in getting there, and sometimes that wiggle room moves from a lot to being really narrowed in. And so, how do I say this? I was also told that even on the first trial, that I was that I could just go and move forward with it, and that the universe will still balance out. I have that much power, but if I have any way in making it a less sticky and less complicated, less cumbersome process for me in the interim of closure, I might as well move forward with it. I'm not the kind that is like completely unreasonable and irrational with my inputs when um, when I have to propose something a little different. And I don't, how do I say this? So, all the while I was told not to micromanage, okay? And for this round, which I would love to call it in its finality, I want to know what my divine panel, my core divine panel of 8, what are your thoughts on this? Most specifically, are there any caution labels on this? And so let me put this here. Oops, there. On the right side, I have 3 of Swords. Okay, that's the recipient side. And then on the doing side, I have 10 of Wands in reverse. So this is kind of like the heartbreak energy. This is disappointment. This is like a breakup energy. And that's on the receiving side. So, but you know how the theme has been with the 3 of Swords in reverse, meaning that overall, moving forward, including this particular round, it's not meant to cause any harm. It's not meant to, it should not and shall not cause me disruption within my heart chakra. So the 3 of Swords upright on the recipient end, it's just like, you know, kind of like a closure where it's like, we could have had something nice going, you know, and we could have, you know, it could have been better. But at the same time, you know what I keep hearing in my head is like, it's breaking my heart. I don't know why I'm saying it like this, but it's breaking my heart to see it go like this, you know. But and it's not at that level where it's like, it's not it's not you, it's me, or it's not me, it's you. It's nothing. It's just if you're looking at the core of the energy, that's not where the energy is. Even though we can kind of speak in facts and allot it accordingly, it's not, I'm not in that vibe. It's more like, um, well, we just gotta do what we gotta do here. And so my doing is 10 of Wands in reverse. That's a release of burdens, strife. Um, I'm hearing ridicule. Um, it's just a release. So if this is my input, then this is my output. Like I'm gonna drop that. Anything that so the overall input here, like the header, the energy is um um if you should receive any of this, it's an automatic drop. Like it's kind of like hot potato. So it's the last one who's holding it. So if it lands to you and you don't touch it, like it's just like no, then it's, how do I say it? Um, like I think there's a technicality where I can touch it, but I can also drop it. Um, it's, I think, the last person who's holding it, not the last person that touched it. I think that's how it goes in hot potato. I think that's how it goes. But look, it's carrying like a hot potato, and then just drop it. So let me go ahead and just double check on this. Any words of caution on it? Let me see here. Is that correct, my divine panel? And then what do you want to say about it? Okay. This is on the top, so I'm going to take that. But then the Ace of Cups here in reversal opened up to Knight of Swords. So things are moving quickly. Like this is a quick splash. Like, wake up! I don't know why. It's like, quick splash. To wake up. Because things are moving quickly. Do you know what that means? So, that's kind of weird. Okay, so Knight of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords in reverse, Two of Pentacles, the Hermit card, and Four of Pentacles. So the word of caution here is things are moving quickly. So I think like when there's that a sense of urgency and like having to wake up, that means that there's no real bedside manner in um, allowing things to continue, you know. So you got to move with the tide um, on that, like roll with it, and so that's what they're saying with that. So what landed like on like the thumb area, just like on the top as a separation, is just have confidence, and this requires you to account for what you can. Okay, this is Page of Swords. This is an intern. This is giving an account, like a witness summary, basically. Um, it's the beginner, the novice. Um, at any level that one starts at, it's still like kind of like the initiate out on the field, and this is the kickoff to so many field trips. All field trips will be different because there are different learnings. But for this particular one, this kind of like sets the tone. And so just have confidence in your ability to have a say, have a sign off, have um, the ability to um, really be heard. Um, so this is very interesting. This is very much like, it's very direct because it's not just like Braveheart where you have a vehicle that's kind of moving for you. This is stepping off of your horse and being in alignment and at the same level as those who don't have a horse. So this is kind of like a teacher, but also peer level in your day-to-day activities. This is about being a doer, and this is about also learning in the process. So it's just stating that one is not just learning from a specific, learning about and from a specific, learning about a specific topic or experience, but also in the means of it, learning on the how-to range, how to communicate certain things, who your audience is. And this is all kind of in flow. This is all kind of overlap simultaneous work. I would love to say that I'm well versed enough to be well received on this kind of public forum without seeing who my audience is or cognitively knowing who my audience is. I would love to place myself in the league of those characters that just have like a very polished forum with reels and clips that are absolutely admired out in the open. And while I'm saying I would love to, I'm also saying that I'm not doing those, how do I say it? It's not that I'm not doing those things. It's more like it's the same but different in acknowledgements. Because the presentation of what we see on this forum does exhibit confidence, does exhibit kind of shelf-ready appeal. However, they're doctored in a way to extend that to their viewers. And there's no criticism towards that, it's just a critique in my standing. It's apples and oranges. The presentation is manufactured in a way that allows them to deliver in that aspect. So I have to give myself some accolades and cut myself a little slack for going live and allowing things to be. That there's enough content and multiverse support, timeless support in what I do, in what I deliver. So there's that, okay? So you just go with it, roll with it. Five of Pentacles is being resourceful. You get what you get after providing your inputs and being heard. And so that's your calm, that's your save point, because at least you spoke up, at least you showed up, and things are now allowed to balance out. So the Hermit card is here. You go through the dark night of the soul, but it's just like a simple hallway. It's a path, okay? And that path leads to what appears to be, very similarly speaking, to the Emperor energy. But this is a Four of Pentacles. And it's rather like trophy-like, as you can see, in ownership of it. So this will kind of lights out, pencils down, because you took accountability for what you could. And so I'm going to allow it to be just that. So as far as caution, don't, what they're telling me is not to, taken advantage of it in a way that's not condescending, nor what do you call it? Yeah, nor demeaning. Like, it doesn't degrade anyone, and it's not meant to degrade anyone, and especially not to degrade my say. So that's where I'm at with all of that. And as far as the caution, it's just, they're just saying, okay, you can go with it now. Is there anything else that you would like to add to that, my divine panel of 8s? Is there anything else that you'd like to modify, add, or what is? So this is the top card, 10 of Pentacles, straight up. That's the winning hand, and then the 2 that stick out is the Devil in reverse and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, for sure. I am very, very lucky to have the support that I do have. Although I'm, how do I say it? Now I'm going to stipulate this because this is speaking in its most technically correct form. I don't get everything that I want. I am very lucky to get the things that I do get that are out of the box because of what I do and not necessarily who I am. And part of who I am is defined by what I've already put out into this world and how I identify, how I hold myself, what I clearly represent. And so I get really good, really, really, really great support when I really, really, really need it on the externals. So this is coming from my in crew. And just what they're saying, this is also a word of caution that isn't a threat, that isn't like a beware sign. The word of caution is saying, like, you know, what do you call it? Not to be so defensive. That was in the last reading that I haven't reposted. Just because sometimes I have certain feelings about the way things roll in the aftermath, so this is not always the case, but that's why I don't always put it back on public view. I just wait for a little while. Like, it's ready when it's ready, when I feel like it's ready, and then it's ready. So, you know what I'm hearing? When I do divination and I'm ready to, like, deliver output or whatever, what they're saying, like an upper director, you know, beyond the veil, or, you know, my help, they're saying, we're ready when you are. So, back to not being so defensive, they're saying word of caution is that what I receive is from my kin crew, like truly who's gifting certain mendings to me. That is from my kin crew. You know, it's very much formalized in its intent. The details, like the little nitpicky details of technical or flowery wordings, those details are not to be scrutinized over, because overall there's a hierarchy of, like, the spirit of the law, utmost divine. So anyway, I have some wonderful, wonderful helpers here. And all the more, how do I say it? When you love someone, you set them free, etc. Blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that with not having to obsess over certain things, like make a mountain over a molehill, having to obsess over the details, and just sometimes there's just like a means to the end, and just very wonderful in its offering. And like I said, it's not like it's like the human condition is programmed in a way where when you receive a blessing, you're like, oh, this is wonderful. But I've seen people who could get more, or I've seen cases where people get more. So like there's a certain realm of like notes that we refer back on. There's a tendency to do that. Like, I want to make sure that I'm not short ending myself. Like when I'm giving myself the short end of the stick, I'm not just like playing fetch with whatever twigs people are offering me. And so I don't think that this is what it's about. And with as high priestess as I may be and privy to certain realms of information, there are still things that I'm put. There's certain environments and situations that I'm put in that um, seem as though like, oh, Tina, you should have known better. You should have like done this. You should have, and I just um, I don't think it's um, to show how like how to. I don't think it's to show that I am not adept at something or every time I feel as though there could be more or things are not perfect, I have to remember that jagged path to that big old, Ace of Pentacles and that big old Wheel of Fortune. I I have to revert back to that I have to be flexible with where things are going. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that 100% means. If I have to keep, like, if that means that, okay, my next job, I'm going to be a waitress. Or the next job, I'm going to be uh, a notary. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I, I don't know if I'm going to be uh, working for a packaging company. Like I don't even know what, or like a candy shop. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what they mean by that. Um, but it feels as though that I have people watching me that are well practiced and um, we're all going through certain learnings in life. And as well developed as they are in their outputs and their spirituality, I uh, I still feel like a sense of judgment. I mean, it's just it's like there's a ratio of it, a very small ratio of it, um, that I'm not out there hustling enough. And I don't think like, oh, poor me or whatever, like even they're coming at me. I don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's just a generational thing where people think that these people think that I'm possibly lazy or not doing enough because they came from a different timeline. So there are certain negotiations in life that had to um, they had to reconfigure their life accordingly. So if they had to do it, why can't I just like buck up and um, I don't know, like work at the grocery store How do I pick a no? But there's a variety of jobs, right? And so I don't know. I just feel like if that's input that I need to take into consideration on authorizing Officer Tuesday, like, well, what's the word for me? I know I'm supposed to chill, but like I can only chill for so long. I mean, I can chill also while having a job, like another one, you know? And so, am I just supposed to go with the first thing that comes along? I mean, I'm not gonna treat dating like that, am I? I don't freaking know. I'm, um, so far, anyone that has approached me in real life, face to face, have been, um, like, bottom of the barrel. Like, I'm not even trying to judge, but this is like, I don't know. I don't even want to say because it feels so embarrassing. And I don't. So I'm just, I'm not looking for anybody, but at the same time, um, I don't know what that means, what that says. But anyway, I got the Ten of Pentacles right here, so that's great. I have like great kin relationships, and um, one thing that I do have to say is that with this stuff, um, I saw something on my feed. Oh my gosh! So um, that back in the olden days when they had what do you call it? Certain like crazy diseases, but um, no medications for certain things. Like, dude, this looks it's so crazy if you see it up close. That's the worst one. You can't even really see the detail of it, but I'm trying to really show you. Do you see that? Like up close? That that like I'm not embarrassed by it anymore. But like looking at it in real life, especially after I put like certain ointment on it to like get better. Because I think I'm gonna stop the treatment and just do the what do you call it? The repair stuff on it. Um, just I think it's time to like just move forward. Like, we'll see what happens now. But it looks like syphilis, right? And if people saw this in real life, I think I've never seen anything like that before. So I think that would see like it's red, it's puffy, and so I think that would scare people away. So even if people didn't think that of me, like a certain, I don't know, disease or something, they would still be like freaked out by it because, um, especially if they knew like what I do here, they would think that's like I can affiliate that to certain workings against me. Um, but any random guy would be like, oh no, like what is that all about, you know? Especially if it's occult related. And and so, what should I share? Share this caution warning for swords in reverse. Yeah, I'm healed. Like I don't have. It's not a disease thing for me. But what I can say, if by process of elimination, clearly that if people who are actually interested in and they see that this and it would scare them away, they believe that I am not the one doing these things, that, it's a causation by me, but rather inflicted upon me, um, to cause harm. They would think like, oh, I don't want that person coming after me, you know, I don't want to have anything to do with that, which is very legit, because for real, um, those that would want to get close to me, um, those energies would try to mess with them. And I was thinking about this, and it was just like boop, boop, boop. Like it was very, very close connected to the dots, like figuring things out. So they're almost immediate downloads, and this is pretty much correct because I just know those energies, those tendencies, and um, and for me, the benefit is are you strong enough to really kind of be good with me, like chill with me and understand things that I go through? Are you strong enough to mm, comprehend what it takes to get through those things? Or are you going to be also um, strong enough to handle certain situations, knowledgeable enough to handle certain situations so that if life throws a curveball, um, that you're not going to use me as a shield? You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I don't know what to do with that, and then you run off. Like, I don't want to be with somebody like that, whether they're someone that would be like friend zoned or one that I would be dating. So those energies kind of work for me in the filtration process. Like it'll automatically identify who is at a certain level, like who qualifies. So, so there's that. Um, and the other thing that I recognized about this is that I was wondering, like, why am I not embarrassed to show this? Like, I guess I would be embarrassed, like, initially, maybe, if I was interested in seeing someone. But truly, my heart, like, my soul, wants to know if someone's going to be freaked out about this stuff. Because this is like a one-off type of thing for me. And so, like, my soul truly wants to know, like, process of elimination. I'm not. Why should I feel bad about the disturbances that somebody else has? Because it's not like certain life circumstances are not always aesthetically pleasing. Um, like I need to know that for my level of safety and well-being at the level that I'm at. Like there's this, and back in the day when we had a group of friends, there's this guy who, um, I don't remember 100% his story, but he was in a group of friends, and his wife got into, or they got into a big car accident, or he and his wife, I don't know, but his wife got severely injured and was like needed assistance um, in like almost bedridden. So needed assistance even like um, taking a shower or taking a bath, eating food, going to the bathroom, to the point where like he'd have to like wipe for her. And those are real life circumstances. And like, and I've heard other circumstances where after marriage and after knowing somebody for X amount of years and also having a kid, hearing someone, one spouse telling the other, like, I'd have to divorce you if you lost an arm or lost a leg. Like, if we got into a big accident and let's say you lost this or that, I couldn't deal with it. I'd have to divorce you. And it's just like, so, it's like, I don't want to get to that stage of playing like lovey-dovey up until the point where you know it's not. And that the person could never like hang that way. So, that's why I was wondering, like, why is it that I'm not embarrassed? Like, I think the first day or two I was, but showing these on camera, like, I feel more comfortable with it. But even that was a little disturbing, like mentally disturbing. Like, why can I do that, but not like with my feet? You know what I mean? Like, why is it like, why am I a little weird with that stuff? And it's because I was never conditioned to, like, cringe or like feel bad about. Like, I don't have any background that of people calling me names or, like, talking shiz on me for this. And so because I don't have any background in that, and they could, and if all of a sudden they start doing that in my life, like, as adults, let's say if I go to work and people started making fun of me, I don't think it would get back, and I don't think it would get to me. Whereas, my feet, like, I grew up, being, like, shit talked for it, for my feet. I could feel the thoughts, like, when people are, like, zeroing in on my feet, or, or, I don't want to even speak in details, but it's like, um, with partners that you wouldn't think that, like, why would, I will never place myself again with a partner that will have the desire and intent to, make me feel worse, try to bring me down, um, try to make me feel less. And, because it's like I'm thinking about it in hindsight, and I realize, um, dude, if you're lucky that my feet are still functional, you know what I mean? That, like, if not, you would be having to hustle my wheelchair, like, lifestyle or whatever. Um, you know what I mean? Like, wow. I don't. It's weird, like, coming from, um, when people have something to say and it's not even like their genre of interest. Like, let's say, like, for that particular thing, like, I could kind of understand if somebody has a foot fetish and they're like, oh, like that. But with the things, with when if with a partner that doesn't, it's like, wow, they're so hot. So I just, it's just thinking back, and so that's why this is good to be out there and open before anybody can even, um, um, try to program, any criticisms in me. So I don't know, maybe somebody is here that also, has something new, that, um, like, newly introduced in their life that, is very similar. So okay. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's the Ace of Swords. So I like fell right on. And there you go. Ace of Swords is absolutely the incoming, the truth. That's the memo. And let me tell you, I wanted to share something with you. Oh my gosh, so awesome. So part of the reason that I was kept out, like at least for one whole day, so I guess 50% of the time why I didn't get back on here over the weekend, it was because I was playing with my toys that I had found. Happy, so happy. Can I share? Can I share them? Yes. Can I share them? Share with them. Three of Pentacles. That's a yes. Partnerships. This is a trusted space. So which one should I share with them? I'll share my big one with you, okay? Let me just double check. Hold on. Well, I'll share. Hold on. Okay. I'll share one with you. I have to find one of the other wings, but oh my gosh, I found like, oh my god, I love it. Okay, so we're missing one large frame there. I have to find it, but it is absolutely lovely. Do you, do, do you see the detail in that? Oh my god, this is an angel. Different kind of one. Cyborg angel. It's lovely. Um, absolutely. So, um, it was wonderful because my mom never let me play with um, those kind of things. Just yeah, any of those kinds of things. So that was just like so excellent that I got to run across that, and I'm very 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 happy that I found that in cleaning. All right, so back to this. Okay. Authorizing Officer Tuesday. Any caution? Any caution here? Three of excuse me, wands in reverse. So something is arriving, something is here. You better get your bats ready, something like that. Batter up because this is after going for the three of pentacles. So it's kind of like batter up, like it's been pitched, and so get your bat ready, like it's here, it's coming. So like you never know with how the divine goes. Like I said, things are very much expedited when as soon as I learn whatever it is, like as soon as I check this etheric box or whatever that the divine has set for me, like things move right away. Like it's already like back to back to back to back to back. When we're looking at any unit of measurement, um, we go from like um, to the micro to like just very 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 um, uh, very like there's a precision in the way things are carried out. So there's like little to no waiting. Things are absolutely instantaneous, and it's sometimes a challenge to remember that because like when you're in a holding tank and you're trying to figure out the answer, it feels like such a long pause until it's not. So like I feel really good with what I've done so far, especially like giving some me time um, in cleaning up these toys and letting go of other toys. So the caution is that um, the balls are like the opportunities are here. Yet again, I don't know what that means. I I just found out, like, I'm not really, I don't really ever go on Facebook. I deactivated my account many times just because I never really go, I don't go there anymore. Ever since I had to go through my process of dissolution, um, it just became, you know, almost non-existent. Even Instagram is kind of like fading away from me and other forums. Um, and so, um, just yesterday, I found out that um, my high school reunion is happening. Like, I don't know, sometime soon, and that I was invited by someone who um, I not just the organizer. I don't know. I didn't like dabble into all of the details. I just know that I saw an invite from somebody um, that I could directly acknowledge, um, not just like from the event organizer, you know. And I was thinking, do I want to go back? It was just, and I was doing the whole 20 questions on myself, like, was that like a is that like a pity invite, or is that, or like, we need to get a certain head count, like I'm part of their quota? Like, it's not me thinking less of myself on a regular, but just looking at the patternings of my life. And so I just, like, would I find satisfaction in doing that? How did I feel about the last one that was like, you know, like, how did I feel about this or that? And I just, my sampling of like a smaller inner circle, and I just remembered um, having like a small get together, like a prefix get together with somebody that I used to hang out with daily. Like, I was in high school, I was never like the popular kid, nor was I like um, casted out. Like, um, I was just never like one of the cool kids, okay? So by default, I guess I was just not cool. Like, how do I say it? It wasn't that I was not cool, it was, um, wasn't cool. You know, it was weird. Like, I don't know how to say it. Um, but I was cool with my like my attire, like when I would like my little dresses or whatever when we had like free dress day. Um, until I decided, fuck it, fuck it. I'm going to purposefully dress down with like, I don't know. It was it just like not cute, and for, like, it's crazy how instantaneous things can happen. Um, it was weird for me to, and I could get back to that level too, but it wasn't like, oh my god, everything you wear is so cute. It wasn't like that anymore. Like, high school is so weird, and it's even weirder that people are still like that. That people have never grown up since high school, and I feel a lot more special and authentic to be able to go back to high school with as like sheltered as I was, and to like actively put myself out there and be like, fuck it. with where I was already at. Like, I could be included in any crowd whatsoever. In any of the crowds I would have been accepted into. Um, but my upbringing did not support um, certain groups. So just that's I sometimes you just have to um, negotiate certain things. Um, yeah, you have to pick your battles. So anyway, the smaller inner circle thing, the trial period to see like, am I gonna go? Are we gonna go to this like this internal voting system before like deciding, are we gonna go to this reunion thing? And I just remember feeling so disappointed that the person that um, that my family would deem as acceptable to hang out with. Therefore, to me, was my best friend, what I could acknowledge as the best friend because of the allowance of, like, there was like slim to nothing, right? And so, um, and I don't think she was like horrible to me in high school, but I just remember feeling very defeated and let down, um, in that inner gathering. Just her and I out to lunch, and just the feeling that I got from it. And I just thought, well, if you're like that to me, if I don't understand, like, if I expected um, more from our, like, togetherness than anyone else, then I guess there's no point in me going to this thing. This is my own personal assessment. Like, the feeling that I got from that encounter was just deflated my interest in going to the larger thing. And I don't know if you would call that pussy out. I just, she was probably the closest one, like the one that I was closest to. And, I don't know. So I don't know if I should be going to this reunion thing. Like, I don't know what to think about it. I'm in my 40s, and I shouldn't be. It's not that. Before, it was that I was scared to go, how I would represent myself, um, because I was initially going through some tough times or some busy times, etc. And I came from a private school. Um, that most of the people there, say 90% of the people there, if not more, were more well off than I was, like, by vast amounts. And so I just, like, what is my place there? You know? I don't know. So I wouldn't say that I'm ashamed of representation, but I don't know if I see the point in going there. And earlier today, though, I received something on my feed saying that if you love what you do and you are you know, in the business on your own, then you should look at every opportunity, every um, experience as an opportunity. And while I do that, it's not with like the like keen business eyes, because I like how things happen organically, and so I don't like going to places with the intent of popping into people's faces and trying to get something out of them. I don't I don't know. I don't feel like it's a level of pride or anything. Um, I don't think that the divine like, if they did, then I would just have an ordinary job. I would just be an ordinary service person, and I would just be like, hi, my name is Joel. I work at the button factory. But they also sell fabric. So how much yardage do you need? You know, just very like robotic. If that were the case, then that's what I would be doing. So anyway, like I'm just thinking things through, okay? And I don't know what they mean by this jagged path. So am I supposed to go? And like what what are we talking about here? It's authorizing officer Tuesday. So what's your input on that, my fine panel? Is there any value in me going? Or is there more value in me not going? You know? Page of Wands. Okay, can we get a clarifier on that? In fact, go to the bottom. King of Wands. Move from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. They're saying just do what makes you happy. Wherever you are, you're sorely mistaken, but your vibe is good. You want to start something? You want to go? Okay, we'll go. But then, like, once you settle in there, they realize, oh, you're not a page. They get a closer look. They get a closer understanding. Oh, you're the King of Wands. You're making it out of life. You're doing wonderful. You know, life circumstances happen to everyone. In fact, let me just make that a little bit more clear and evident that simultaneously to me finding out that my high school reunion is coming up in, I don't know, the next couple of weeks or so. Also, I found out earlier this month one of my classmates had passed away. And while it doesn't make me feel like I'm closer to my death, like that's pretty young. In our 40s, like that's crazy. That's crazy. And while I didn't feel like I don't know. I knew this person, but I only knew of her in like a particular instance that like is forever ingrained in my memory. Because like I said, I was very sheltered, so I didn't get to um, go out much, and so the times that I did are very much like they're very much imprinted. And so I don't understand all of it, but it's kind of humbling to realize that I don't have to stress over this particular instance and going. Um, that the pressure is off on having to deliver, like, oh, what are you doing with your life, and this and that, you know, etc. Because, like I said, I came from a place where um, there's a lot of cookie-cutterisms, and um, it's like a live LinkedIn page. So I just, you know, and I'm trying not to preface my new beginnings like that. So just asking, and they said, do what makes you happy, you know. You're at the point where when you come into a place, initially you're taken as a page, but once you settle in, you're the king. And so that's expedited in its form. What was the top of the deck? Oh, the Nine of Cups, yeah. So, interesting. That's good. Okay. I mean, like, it's funny because, like, I have to think about spending in its forms. Like, okay, there's a budget. Okay, there's a budget to allow for that, because not everything is paid for, and I don't think anything is really paid for. They just reserve the space and you get together. But then there's also, like, I could use that money to go to a show that I would, people that I would really like artists, performers that I would really, really, really love to see. And there's like a whole deck of them. You know what I mean? Like I have a large array of, genres that I listen to. So of course I would like to go out and see them, even if it's like just by myself. And so I was like, what would make Tina happy? What would Tina make happy? What would make Tina happier? And I don't know, it just feels like you're with a bunch of strangers anyway. What ambiance, what overall environment would you be happiest in? And I think there's a faulty sense of security in going back to a place where you have some sense of familiarity versus the complete unknown. And I think what most interests me is the place as the complete unknown in going to certain shows rather than expecting any kind of home or belonging or inclusion in this area where I didn't get quite established when I was back in those days with that grouping, you know. And so that's my take on it, just looking at a logical perspective of where I'm at. And so, I mean, there's also the option of budgeting for both, but am I really in the place of doing that, you know? I don't know. I don't know until I actually get to that date, whether I'm in that place or not. So, what's my divine panel's input? It is the Knight of Pentacles inverted. So something is being delivered to me. So I already know what's on its way to me. At least one thing. I know at least one thing is on its way to me. But that doesn't completely validate, like, oh, Tina, you are fine for the next 3 months or till the end of the year, or like for the next like 2 years. I have nothing that says that. I have nothing material in life, or how do I say this? Okay, we just came from Monday motivations or manifestation Monday, so let's get this clear and straight. Okay. How do I rewrite this? Something. There are opportunities on their way over to me to say yay or nay that are going to iterate that I am going to be set and okay for a certain time range, for an abundant time range. Not just next month, not just another month and a half, where I can say, yeah, I can go to both. No. There are opportunities on their way to me that will elaborate further on what can be budgeted in without making me feel out of whack. Yeah. Because, like, you know, I suppose, let's say I could go to the place, let's say there's no cover charge, let's say I stick to one drink, and I come up with a certain script to say, oh, to bow out of any other further financial commitments, and um, and then just leave. I could do that. I just don't like having to enter into places, staging a script that is acceptable enough for people to know where I'm coming from if I stick to, let's say, a glass of water. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not about the ego or about being embarrassed about certain life specifics, certain circumstances in life. Sometimes it's about the receptivity of others around you. And so I care about my own experience. I care about what my takeaway is. And part of that is having to enjoy my time there. So, you know, there's that stuff. Like, sometimes when you come from a place that is more established than your particular norm, you know you got in there. You're destined to be there. You were intended to be there. You've already lived that life of being there. You saw the contrast, and that's good. I'm not saying that I'm any less than these people, but just different lifestyles. Like, in the past few days, I came across a lot of realizations, downloads of what the next life will be like, and just hints towards, let's say, if I let's say my life is more exposed, it reaches this realm of fame, and I don't know, I feel like I'm being gaslit. There's attempts at being gaslit out of the interest in being well known. Like, I saw something about how not my kids, but the implication of kids are saying, like, how my parents stole my childhood away from me by becoming famous or something like that. I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? Oh my god! Like, yeah, you think that? No, my kids are good. They're it's not even like that. Or you're gonna hate it, blah blah blah, because of I just um I don't understand where people are coming from by trying to dish that to me, like I'm having second thoughts about it. And I don't. It's crazy the attempts people will go through in order to try to take something away from me, trying to and at this point in my life, there's a lot more supporters than opposition, and that's wonderful. I'm just pleased as punch. So I'm saying a lot over here, so let's wrap this thing up. Any words of caution? Any words of caution? Any messages of caution for authorizing officer Tuesday? For this particular one, what do you want to tell me on this witching hour of authorizing officer Tuesday? Okay. The Chariot in reverse. Why the Chariot in reverse? On the incoming side, I have people waiting for me. Wait. Hold on. King of Swords. What? So someone has parked over here? Someone in the audience. Someone in the audience is the King of Swords. Yup. We got high rollers here. This is the elite energy. This is elite practitioner energy. Someone in their mental states and a practitioner. This is like Hermeticism energy. I don't know. Hermeticism would be principal energy here too, but that's what the Magician's got. The Magician is like master at the altar, you know, and in the realm of temperance. It's like I can do it all. But what's going on here? Oh, it's my crew. It's my crew. You guys are night owls too? Definitely. These are people in the upper ranks who have the advantage. But this is earned advantage. And earned advantage for sure. They slay. They slay. No way. Wait. Look at that. 10 swords, 10 of cups, even more evidence. I keep pulling the cards and it's showing me. Do not doubt for sure. Like my crew over here, the seated, like, oh my gosh. I have remote viewers too. And it's not CVS. I think it's RC. It's not CVS though. RVS? I don't remember. Shoot. Gifted people here for sure. Alright, fantastic. Top of the deck, no secret, is 4 of Wands in reverse. Also my ancestors help keep shiz in order, because this is my home. So, you know, the true foundations, the true founders of this founder, for sure. So, the word of caution here, ultimately, is, in closing, that I've got a lot of, it's not about quantity here, though there is quantity, but definitely we're acing it on the quality. That's my crew here. So the caution is the mindfulness in presenting oneself is not to gain accolades and certain numbers and certain ranks within the public. Like, I've already got what I need here. All the rest is extra. I've got more than, at this current state, I've got more than what, how do we want to put this accurately? I want to say many, easily. I almost want to say majority. Is majority right? 8 of Pentacles, yeah. So, at this current state, where I'm at, I've got more, earned more than what the majority has in their whole lifetime. So, I may not have the Nobel Peace Prize or any kind of like blue ribbon, white ribbon, whatever, trophy, whatever, in case. I may not have those things. I may not have the title of, you know, certain ranks in the hierarchy, but what I've attained thus far is wonderful. And I thought about it already, and even though I'm meant to become a Centennial, if someone, if I, you know, get taken away earlier than intended time, don't think I would fear it. I would just be like, darn it. I don't think I would be mad. I would just be like, darn it, oops. I don't even think I would be like, oops. I don't think I would be in that arena. I'm just like, dang. Spirit, where do we go now? So, yeah, I thought about it, and I don't think I would be like if, okay, somebody put a gun to my head, I don't think I would be like, I think being in that situation would be naturally scary, but I don't think I would, I don't know, I don't think I would be as scared as most people would. I don't know why I have this weird, I don't know why, but I just feel like, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it really, but I feel like I have enough, like, it's not about just me having the trust. I feel like my crew is trustworthy enough to balance things out. You know, I don't know how to, I don't know why. It's just as equivalent to me saying, like, um, I'm not afraid of snakes. You know, I don't fear them automatically. I'm more so intrigued by it. So when I'm if ever put in those situations, it would feel so unreal that I have to wonder what Spirit has in mind. You know what I mean? Like, from this point forward, like, what does Spirit have in mind? Obviously, Spirit has something in mind, so I don't know. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so what do you, input for my divine panel, because that was heavy, but I treated it like it was not heavy, and I don't. All right. Strength. What I'm getting is fearless there, and so when under the gun, whether it's in physical form, because when I try to visualize myself and really put myself in that situation, um, I guess some would say it's very different from actually being put in that situation. But I've been put in a lot of situations that are just um, uh, and so I don't know. It's how I really think it would go down. You know, like I'm curious as to what Spirit would have in mind for me. So when we speak of like use the saying, the idiom of being put under the gun, why can't I use like how I see myself and how I see myself in those situations when having to deal with like paperwork, like unfamiliar paperwork, you know, or finding that job, you know, like why I don't. So that's just kind of like something to have in my back pocket to remember when I'm going through any kind of challenges. Um, yeah, it's I don't know how else to describe it, but I don't like when I really think about what I would be like what I would be thinking. I'm very sometimes it's hard to get there. You know, they say to do that in manifestation is to imagine yourself like already in the, like you wrote yourself. You see so many like freaking videos about this. Like, I wrote myself a check for $1 billion, and I kept looking at it every single day, and I meditated under a bonsai tree in every blue moon, and I would do this and that, and it's like, I I don't I don't know, like I know I'm very powerful, but to me that feels very doctored. Like, you either see it or you don't, and you can keep testing yourself and like checking, you know. But like I never found myself to be one of those like fake it till you make it kind of thing. Or at least I never thought myself out to be like that. I never. So I don't know about that. I just know when I see something or I don't. And for the particular instance, I saw myself and felt the very same feelings that I just, instead of fear, um, what Spirit has in mind for the next move. So, I think that's why I'm really very good at channeling. Like, oh, you want to go here? Okay. You know, what's next? Over here. Okay. Okay. That helps a lot. Um, yeah. All right. So with my crew over here, my just wonderful pit crew here. Um, what is your takeaway for authorizing Officer Tuesday? Queen of Swords. With what is it? Page of Pentacles. Oh. Um. So I have fellow these are vocalists. These are like singers. You see it? The she could be practically singing like the hills are alive with the sound of music. Look at that. When she spins. Um. Yeah. As someone who speaks their truth, is not afraid of it, just very bold, but very freeing in it. It's not like bitch face. This lady, it looks like this lady could once in every other blue moon would have RBF. But in the meantime, it's just like the hills are alive with the sound of music. It's very much like that energy. And I know this to be true because up closer in the woodsy aspect, like what can I do with this pentacle? So um, I wouldn't say an idealist, but one that's invested in ideation, like proposing and executing. Um, that's that's interesting. Um, this is a young spirit. Even though, like, Paige are considered like young spirit anyway, but definitely as a Queen of Swords, you never, you never ever see the. I've never seen until now the Queen of Swords proposed in such a youthful demeanor ever in any other deck. This is the first one, so that's a definite excellent, excellent. All right, so What is our takeaway then? Hierophant. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody in law too, but it's hard to see somebody like that when they're like the Sound of Music lady, you know? Julie Andrews, carrying like the nanny of, you know, the nun that became the nanny to what, 9 kids or whatever in warring Germany, you know? So definitely someone that lays down the law, a mentor, community oriented. This is showing the way. Again, showing the way. Is it a repetition? That's interesting. And this is kind of like an antenna here, so it's definitely showing the way to those that need it. It also represents the death card and fleur-de-lis, so life and death here, and then the flower that's on the death card. Alright, so what is my takeaway? I'll take 3. First takeaway is 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I wonder why the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe just on my way to being established, you know? I'm starting to become more independent. Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, hold on. Star in reverse. I came up with 5 of Swords. This is a huge one-up. Like, I already got it in pocket. They're already saying that I'm undercover. It may not look like it, but I'm already secured. How do I say it? Being secure means that you're also confident, regardless of how much money you have in your pocket or don't. And so this is independence and this is freedom, irrelevant to the measure of units that depict wealth in its physical sense. So when you have this pentacle, spiritually speaking, you've already got it, and you're already covered on the physical form. So this is also being discreet with what you have. Is that correct? I think this is naturally being discreet with what you have. Because look, there's that, you know, that tree over there. And there's an investment like those trees over there. So it's like looking at this, like, please, like zooming in all the way in to other people's lives that are of high stature. And so it's being trusted, like super duper trusted by these high profile energetics to be to really look into them. Like this is kind of like this is saying that I'm huge in energy, like as a magician, huge. To be able to undercover look at energetics in their lives, and so this is a huge one up because there's a lot of intuitive energy here, and also one of the like equals to them. Again, it's like it's showing the way, but it's inadvertently, it's indirect. Like I'm focused on my shining, but indirectly, it's also showing. That's So I'm already winning. And these are things that I don't think you have to be an occultist or even into tarot to really see these things. If you're really like trying your hardest in life and you're observant and mindful, considerate of other energies around you, then you already understand the linguistics behind it. You understand the terminology behind energy. So they would understand where I'm coming from with this. And so those that do understand, or even on polar opposite that don't, they see that I have the upper hand, the winning hand. When it comes down to like spiritual warfare, or if anyone wants to challenge me, I already come out with the winning hand. And it's an automatic in-your-face energy that's adopted into only because at times, sometimes I'm just volunteered into those brawls. So an authorizing officer Tuesday, looking at any points of caution, it's just remembering my own energetics, independent from others. And when I get a good look at this, coming across a variety of characters in different industries, I can't say that I'm like every single instance I'm doing better and better and better. So even without all of the noise, I'm still doing better than I did long ago. Yeah. Authorizing officer Tuesday, any words of caution? This is not thinking any less of myself, therefore not treating myself any less than. So this is very good for me, and I mean this is a wonderful energy. So all the words of caution have been very positive in the array of things that are talked about. So I think that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back on my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, those that carry, generate, call upon, bring, cast, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities, pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit, and Archangel Michael's blue flame, for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting, for love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachments except for bonus point included. Thank you very much. Okay, and now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of